Good afternoon. I'm Ms. Jacobs,
And I'm Mrs. Herbert.
and we are here to talk to you today about how to transform our school from good to great based on the research of Jim Collins in his book, Good to Great.
We will be focusing on two concepts first who, then what, and the hedgehog concept. Throughout the presentation, we hope that you will reflect on yourself and your part in making our school great.
We're excited to get started.
One of the most significant concepts in building a good to great company or school surrounds the idea first who, then what. We're going to break this down for you, but in the words of Jim Collins, if we get the right people on the bus, the right people in the right seats, and the wrong people off the bus, then we'll figure out where to drive it. Think about what this means for a company, or in our case, for a school. The expectations of the Good to Great research team, and yours may be similar, were that the first step in taking a company from good to great would be to set a new direction and vision, then get people that align with that vision. They found quite the opposite. Companies that moved from good to great first got the right people on the bus and the wrong people off. Then they made sure their people were in the right seats, where they could be the greatest asset to the company. And lastly, with the right people on board in the right places, they decided where they should drive the bus or the direction of the company. Finding the right people is key to experiencing success as a company and as a school. First, if you begin with who rather than what, you can more easily adapt to the changes that are sure to come. If people are on board because of who they are joining rather than for a specific vision, they will stay on the bus even when or if the direction changes. Secondly, the right people don't have to be strictly managed. Their self-motivation and drive will continue to push the company in the right direction. This has a lot to do with hiring the right people from the start. Oftentimes, against popular belief, whether someone is the right person has more to do with character traits and innate drive than a specific knowledge set or past experience. When you do get it right, do everything needed to keep this person on board for a long time.
Step 2 involves getting the wrong people off the bus. Read this statement by Jim Collins in Good to Great. What does it mean to you? Do you agree? While vision is of great importance, if you do not have the right team working towards this vision, it is pointless. One key factor to getting the wrong people off the bus is to act as soon as you know you need to make a people change. Not only is this person negatively affecting the efforts of the company, but the right people will be standing around wondering when something is going to be done about it. I would imagine that each of you, at some point in your career history, have wondered just that. Did it make you a stronger employee or leave you questioning the leaders within your company? Before losing this person, however, make sure that you don't simply have someone in the wrong seat. Lastly, in an effort to keep the right people on and the wrong people off, put your best people on your biggest opportunities, not your biggest problems. You want to give your best people the opportunity to grow the company where the potential could be limitless, not stifle their passion by having them fix what isn't working.
Once you have the right people on board, you can decide where to drive the bus. What path should we take to greatness? This way, instead of having a genius plan with thousands of helper bees working to make it happen, you have superior teams that are ready and able to work together to make the best decisions for the company or for our school. Opposed to what you may have heard, people are not your most important asset. The right people are. Now you may be wondering, how does this apply to us? I want you all to think about your reason for being here each day, your reason for teaching at this school. Do you have the drive to do whatever it takes to bring about success, to grow our students? What about your contributions and what you have to offer? Are you in the right seat on the bus? Are we maximizing your strengths as a teacher or in your position? We need everyone on board and in the right seats. Though some days are tough, I know we are all willing and able to drive this bus, our students, to great heights, no matter the direction we choose to take. Oh, the places we'll go.
When transforming from a good to great school, we must consider our own personalities and how they help or hinder us from reaching this goal. In a famous parable titled The Hedgehog and the Fox, two types of people are categorized: foxes and hedgehogs. Foxes focus on too many tasks at a time, often leaving them scattered and very disorganized. The hedgehog, on the contrary, focuses on one big idea to become the best. The fox, who appears to be the jack of all trades, ends up mastering nothing, while the hedgehog profits from his big idea. Leaders who were able to build good to great companies, or in our case, good to great schools, to one degree or another, were hedgehogs. Here we will explore the hedgehog concept in its three inner circles: passion, skill, and economic drive. Most importantly, we should understand the hedgehog concept is neither a goal, plan, strategy, or intention to be the best, but it's a true understanding of what you can become the best in. So, how does all of this apply to education? First, we must consider what one skill we have the potential to become the best in, whether it be closing the achievement gap, increasing reading scores, or having high percentages in basic facts. We focus on this one skill until we've ultimately become the best in this area. Secondly, we must consider our passion, our vision, as this will be our driving force to become a great school. And lastly, our educational engine. What skills, strategies, and practices are we going to implement in order to achieve student success? Lastly, consider your personal inner circles. What can you become the best at in your classroom? What passions drive you to do the best for your students each and every day? What are you doing to create these successes? For these concepts will transition you from a good to great teacher who helps to build great schools. We hope you enjoyed diving into the findings of Jim Collins and his team.
Even more, we hope that you have personally reflected on what you can do to help take our school from good to great.
We can't wait to apply what we have learned and begin this journey to greatness.